Now that we've made reviews of all Turning Tides weapons, it's time to see which ones are the best and what variants you should use. Before we begin though, I just want to clarify two things. Looking back at the comment section under my previous video like this, about the In the Name of the Tsar weapons, first of all, some people don't understand that I can't list all of the weapons in Best Weapons video, because then this video wouldn't make any sense, and second, I care about the weapon performance in the game. I don't care if it was iconic in the war or if it's good in real life. We are talking about online game. Get over it. Anyway, now that you know this, we can start off this video with the Farquhar Hill Medic Rifle in the optical variant. It's got a 20 bullet drum magazine combined with 257 rate of fire, which makes it a perfect weapon for the medium range engagements. Combined with 42 damage per shot up to 34 meters, which then slowly drops off to the 30 damage per shot on the distance longer than 52 meters, the Farquhar is still a very viable choice, even if you end up in either close or long range engagements. You can literally spam your enemies with bullets and take them out almost instantly. And why did I decide to choose the optical variant over the storm one? I could now tell you that I like to take the advantage of increased accuracy in this variant, it is more reliable on range, etc, but truth be told, I just can't stand the iron sights on this weapon, and that's the reason why I choose the optical variant. Naturally, yes, of course the accuracy is a lot better on the longer distances in this variant, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference, because you still have to control the weapon. On top of that, we've got a glitch in the game that makes sights of the Farquhar, I mean the iron sights, not being properly lined up with your shots. And what does it mean? Well, you basically start shooting the enemy, you've got sights directly on the guy's head, and your shots miss the head. Even though you're not suppressed, there is no bullet drop on that distance, and there is no other factor affecting your accuracy negatively, you still miss. If you are watching this video a couple of weeks from the day I posted it, or even couple of months, there is a fairly high chance that this was already fixed, and if you want to go for the storm variant, you can do it without being left at the disadvantage. Moving on to my favorite weapon from this DLC, and that being the Type 38 Arisaka, it's got a sweet spot between 30 and 62 meters, and if you somehow lived under the rock for the past year, or you got Battlefield 1 for Christmas and you don't know what the sweet spot mechanic is, basically what it means is that if you shoot your opponent into the chest on the given range, in that situation the given range being between 30 and 62 meters, you will get a one-shot kill and there is no need to go for the headshot. But why do I love Arisaka so much? It came to the game only in one variant, and that being the infantry one, which doesn't even offer a scope. The answer to that is a muzzle velocity of that weapon, and more precisely, its bullets flying at a 770 meters per second. Naturally, the 57 rate of fire combined with 5 bullet magazine also make me want to use the weapon, but in general, it's all about the muzzle velocity. It is so incredibly easy to hit targets with this weapon, even if they are running on the longer range and you only have iron sights. Plus on top of all this, I just enjoy the feeling of shooting with this weapon. I don't know what it is about, because I'm getting the exact same thing with the Lebel, and both of those snipers aren't really the best ones in their category. Of course they're still good, but they're not the best ones, and yet I still enjoy shooting with them so much. And moving on to the third best weapon from this expansion pack, and that being the machine and pistol for the assault class. By the way guys, the order of weapons in this video is completely random, so don't get any suggestions, because me putting Farquhar first doesn't mean I think it's the best weapon. Anyway, back to the M1912 machine and pistol, so called the Automatico on drugs. It's got a 16 bullet magazine, combined with 1200 rate of fire. For the comparison, Automatico has 300 less and it's got the rate of fire of 900, which still seems pretty fast for the First World War. If you haven't played with the machine and pistol yet, you just have to try it for yourself. If you thought that the Automatico was killing fast, because it was like trrr and you are dead, well, with the machine and pistol, it's like trrr and you're done. You're in the deployment screen. Of course the weapon has its downsides, some of them being the low magazine capacity combined with the long reload time, but if you master the weapon and learn how to use it, you will dominate everyone up close. There is no doubts about it. And going over to the fourth best weapon from this expansion pack, and that being the M1917 Browning machine gun, I personally feel like the telescopic variant is better than the low weight one, simply because it's got increased accuracy and it's just easier to aim with the scope on the longer ranges. Besides, you don't really gain anything from the low weight variant, because it regains accuracy quicker once you stop shooting. And let's be honest, you're not gonna stop firing when you have 250 bullets in the magazine and you almost don't overheat. The weapon has 450 rate of fire, which places it somewhere in the category of weapons suitable for medium to long range engagements. Naturally, it's great for taking out groups of enemies, considering the fact that you don't have to reload like ever, but also because of both big magazine size and its high muzzle velocity, which is at 820 meters per second, it is literally a nightmare of every plane pilot in Battlefield 1. When you lay down with it and deploy a bipod, you can practically shoot planes across the whole map. Because of the high muzzle velocity, it is easy to maintain accurate shots even on very long ranges, which makes it very hard for the pilot to escape and repair. And those would be the best weapons from this expansion pack. I know you might be wondering right now, where is the M1917 Trench Carbine? I hate to say this, since I'm fully aware that the weapon is quite decent and you can do very well with it once you master it, but I don't find it to be amongst the best ones that came with this DLC. Also, it's quite hard to pick best weapons from the DLC that included only 6 weapons, and if you count in variants, it makes 8 weapons in total. It's really not that much. Previous DLC, In the Name of the Tsar, had 12 weapons, not variants. Those 12 weapons were all different from each other. But it's all fine, I understand it. EA had to reduce price of premium because no one was buying it, so now they're doing DLCs on the budget. Of course I'm kidding guys, don't quote me on this one please. If you still haven't watched the reviews of all Turning Tides weapons, well, what are you doing? Here is the link to the playlist. And as always guys, Merry Christmas to everyone one more time, and if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield!